was that moment?
Yeah. My buddy made 12 grand his third month, the one who, when I was starting.
Yeah.
And from what I believed at the beginning, I'm like, anything my buddy David can do, I can do. I just, when your circle, like, you have confidence in knowing what.
Same thing about the 100-miler, man. There's never in a million years, you talked to me 2.5 years ago, I would have even considered running a 100-mile. The same thing for the first marathon I ran. It's only because I was around people that talked about it and had done it. Bedros and I were at an event in, God, it was like 2019, and he was sharing his story about running a marathon. And dude's built like a gorilla. He's like 220 pounds. Like, he's a big dude. And I was like, if he can run and complete a marathon, I can run and complete a marathon. And so it's just by spending time with other men that are doing great things that you start to have that seed of greatness planted within you. And so same thing for 100-miler, and same thing for, you see someone create possibility in life. $12,000 in a month post-college, like, that's some money.
Yeah, 2017, it even went further,
Yeah.
So, yeah, same thing. Why I started working out. Like, my friend's dad was a pro bodybuilder at the time. I was like 12 years old, and he would take us to the gym. And, you start, you just think that's a normal thing, is to work out all the time when the people around you are doing it, so.
Awesome. So you see your friend make some money 3 months into this line of work, and I imagine right around there you probably exit the construction and go all in. What does your first year look like?
Well, it became a reality because we have a really good mentor. His name's Dustin Minicamp, and he's responsible for most of the U.S. expansion for our agency. We're the number one agency in the company by a lot, and he moved 15 times to open new territories back when we were in person.
Okay. And
so he was in Arizona, and he would like invite us over to his house for trainings. And so we were at a training at his house after David had just made 12 grand. Mm-hmm. And I'm still studying for my test. Not the best test taker, but I passed. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting around the fire, and one of the guys there started having a real conversation with me. He's like, so when are you going to burn the boats? And I gave him my word, and I quit the next week.
No way. That's awesome.
I didn't tell anyone. Cool. I had peace about it. I knew my script. I had seen it work in the field, and I believed in myself, and I knew that if I was going to compete, if you will, like I don't want to do something and be a part of like the majority. I want to be a part of like the top 10%.
Yeah, that's good.
And so I gave my word. I quit with my project manager. I remember walking back from lunch with him. We just had lunch at the hospital. We were walking back across the parking lot to the construction trailer, and just kind of taking a pause and like letting him know what was on my heart. And from a place of like, I just know that this is where I'm being led. And he kind of like, he's like taken back because I'm obviously the guy on the job. And I told him, like, if you need 3 weeks, like whatever it takes to get somebody trained up, I'm committed to it. I don't want to leave the job hanging.
Yeah.
And he like kind of freaked out for a second. And then he gave me honor actually once we got back to the trailer, and he thought about it for a second. He's like, man, honor to you. And then he's like, you got to quit with Lee. So Lee was our superintendent on the job, like missing half a finger, one of the smartest guys I've ever met. And he's like, kind of laughed. He's like, insurance.
Yeah.
That's a first. That's about all he said. And then I got a call later from the project executive, and he's like offering me more money to stay. And I just knew what I knew. Like there was peace in my decision, and I gave him my word, and I was going to see it through, because ultimately, like when you're young, I'm thinking like, if I'm in this game, I moved 15 times, opened offices, like who do I want to work with?
Yeah.
I want to mentor the guy who is like all in, committed, like leaving a job, like boats burned, is going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be that person for my mentor. And so
And I think that like that's such a good point. If you're a 20 something and you're figuring out like the next season of life. What's up, y'all? If you are a man struggling in his faith, fitness, family, or in finances, and you want to create breakthroughs and create followable excellence in your life, join Josh and I in our free High Value Man community and get access to the 6V formula, as well as the Relationship Mastery course by Mr. Josh. Click the link, join the free community of the High Value Man movements so that you can become the example worth following. Lead in your faith, fitness, family, and finances. Just click the link and join the free tribe.